Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair, everybody. My name is Wade, and this is my show Playtest, where I play games and you get to watch, chill, relax, grab a snack, let me stress out about the billions of zombies. And there are billions, because if you recall, we are playing They Are Billions. This is the last video in Cape Storm, and look at them come. Look at them come. I'm really happy that I get a close-up shot on this one. This is the first time in the game where just a ton of zombies come at you. And once again, those bigger ones are called chubbies. I am not body shaming the undead. I am just telling you that that is what the game calls them. I mean, look at them. Just look at them. I do give you a zoom in. So once again, this is a poor double wall because I did a wall and then a partial wall with towers. I should have done two complete walls and then towers behind it. The heavy ballista are definitely doing their job because you got to remember heavy ballista will basically proc on a crit. That means when it crits, it kills more than one. So like the huge metal arrow goes through several zombies and kills them all in a straight line. It's very cool when you get to see it. Um, so I had a tower of soldiers get destroyed there. Two towers get destroyed there. Those soldiers, you can't save them. They're dead. And I do feel bad about that. Three towers go down. um, but my snipers are doing a really good job there. And the soldiers being on the front line was 100% necessary, 1000% necessary, and we've completed it. Unfortunately, we lost some soldiers. I hate. It's weird. I hate losing soldiers in this game. Remember, I put a bunch of guys throughout the habitation zone because I had some zombies show up once, and it was like they just appeared in the middle of the town. Everything that I know says that that's not possible. So what must have happened? My conclusion is what must have happened is like they were hiding in a little nook with some trees, and I just couldn't see them, and they wandered in. And anyways, but I was pretty salty that that happened because it cost me the whole match. You only get to see the games where I succeeded, and because I was salty about it, I just decided to put a bunch of soldiers all throughout the habitation area. So what's interesting about Cape Storm is it's the first giant horde that you have to fight off. And then the next interesting thing is you have to complete the population criteria. And I actually spend about the next 15 minutes doing that. Like wood houses, sorry, wood cottages are just not cutting it. And obviously, I do wind up succeeding because I'm showing you this, but stone houses is where it's at. So this is an example of daisy chaining, where you daisy chain the Tesla towers out down to like that's a gold quarry in that case, a gold deposit, and that becomes pretty necessary. One strategy that I would suggest if you want to play this game, once again, it's on Steam, pretty affordable at this point. So the strategy that I suggest is find your zone that you're going to build your colony and defend, and then build stuff outside of it. Because the zombies will come and they will infect it, but you can just fix it. So the zombies will only destroy things like wasps. There's actually a few amount of things they'll destroy. They'll destroy wasps, but things like executioners and shock towers and things like that, they won't destroy those, they'll just infect them. And then all you have to do is pay to fix it. And paying to fix it is super cheap, just like paying to fix Tesla towers. Now, the problem that gets created is Tesla towers they create the network. So when they get infected, and you have a bunch of them that are infected, and you really want the thing at the end working or up and running, you have to do a lot of work to turn them back on, turn the network back on, and you kind of have to do like one at a time. Um, Near the end, so in endgame, I do have some redundancy in my network, and then near endgame, I'm spending a lot of iron to build a Tesla tower and two wasps, and like a Tesla tower and two wasps, because it just becomes obnoxious how often random zombies will just find your Tesla towers like out in the wilderness and infect them and attack them. It becomes really obnoxious. So I just build a Tesla tower and two wasps, and just rinse, wash, and repeat into the horizon. And it's very effective, actually. A lot of times, the wasps are able to back each other up. And I actually create a strategy at one point where I like daisy chain towers out to an area like this and build a quarry there and build like three wasps right there, or an executioner. I think I do that once, build like an executioner out there just to be funny. It's way overkill, and sometimes CJing it, which is way overkilling something. My good best friend CJ, when he plays strategy games, he overdoes it. Like, if you could win by going in with 10 guys, CJ will create like 30 guys and go in and just monkey stomp the bad guys, way overkilling it. I love you, CJ. I have developed the term CJing it. And CJing it is what you have to do in They Are Billions. Do not feel ashamed. Do not feel bad. Do not. No judgment. Because wrecking this game's face feels great when it has put you through the ringer. And this game will put you through the ringer. And this is my Dark Souls. I don't play Dark Souls. I tried playing Bloodborne. Too hard for me. Not fun. I get it, because I definitely came at this game with a lot of intensity. The very last map takes 3 hours to play. And I had to do it 4 times. I did it once on a Friday or whatever, and then did it on a Saturday. Failed both times. Super upset. Like, more upset than I should have been. I was a whiny little child. And then ask my wife, she'll tell you. And then next weekend, and I was upset because I wasted filming time, right? Anyways, next weekend I tried it on a Friday. I think I did it 5 times. Anyways, I tried it like on a Friday, failed, and then tried it on a Saturday twice. So maybe I tried it 5 times and it was the 6th time. I don't know. Point is there was a Saturday where I did it back to back. I did it twice. Usually I take like a break, like a day, sleep on it, try to learn, really sink in what do I got to do. And I tried doing that with Bloodborne, and I just never got anywhere. But that was my kind of first experience with really rough punishing games. If you don't like super tough punishing games, Elden Rings and Dark Souls and all this stuff, if you don't like that, that's okay. Like, go ahead and check out my playthroughs of Doom. I play Doom on Don't Hurt Me, or whatever the silly, like, easiest level is. Play games to enjoy yourself. Like, this is for fun, man. Like, I get it if you want to devote like mega hours to like completing something and, you know, earn your I completed Dark Souls badge, like I get it, but I got too much stuff to play. I got too much stuff to do. Um, so right now you really see me expanding the Tesla network, which by the way does not work in modern science because electrodes and diodes would not work. So Tesla's science to wirelessly provide energy works. That works. The problem is electrodes and diodes would not function with all of that energy in the air. And like those things, electrodes and diodes, are like the building blocks of all modern technology. Like, so great idea, Tesla, but it would have never worked. We would have likely evolved on a different path uh, technologically, or it would have held us back if that's the technology we would have adopted. I'm a huge Tesla fan. I'm just saying, like, go check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. That's an inside joke. Don't let me convince you. Destroy that house, Wade. Duloc is a perfect place. There you go. We make straight lines. I love symmetry. I really do love symmetry. And when things can't be symmetrical, when it absolutely can't be symmetrical, I accept the things I cannot change. But if I have control over it, I will make it symmetrical. Oh, we need the power. It would have made sense, like, so on this map, the fishing villages give you extra fish, and that's really cool. It would have made sense that the mills provide extra electricity because wind blowing in from the ocean, that's a real thing in real life. So, like, I would have seen that as also a bonus. Another thing, if you're playing this game, you see all my civilians that are walking through that gate that I've created. Civilians don't have to walk through gates. They can walk through solid walls. And I know that doesn't make much sense. You do see it in places in later videos. The colonists that you can't control and you can't do anything to, they can walk through solid walls and they can't be infected. Those colonists cannot be infected. If they see a zombie, they run away and they always get away. I've never seen one of them killed. Like a harpy would be able to catch one, and a venom could probably kill one, but I don't think I've ever seen one killed. Anyways, I do interrogate a few of them as a fun fact. Here's also another fun fact. There's lots of missions where after you defeat the last horde, you then have to get your population criteria. You see me do this in later matches, but what you can do is you can select all, and delete defensive towers. Like I could save a bunch of electricity right now by getting rid of those ballistas. It would give me back electricity and workers. Because I think right now those heavy ballistas are 3 or 5 workers. I don't remember which one, but I guess I don't need workers at this point because I am just building tons of houses back to back to back to back to back. But that's a good example of it'll let you build houses that are touching, but every once in a while it wants you to do a one tile break. And I don't get it, but whatever. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm sure if I thought about it for more than 1.2 seconds, which is all the thought I've currently put into it, it'll probably make sense. Because like right above, see where it says like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, the control groups, and right above where it says command center, if you can't build something somewhere, right there, a notification will pop up of why. So I'm sure if I was actually reading that, I would learn something, but I'm not. I'm not reading it. I've read it before, and I've used it as a guideline before. I'm just not doing it now. So look at all those houses. Sadly, and I didn't realize this till kind of like too late in my filming process, where my camera is, so I'm in the lower right hand corner. That's right over where all the resources are. So you can't see how close I am to getting my population target. Man, I'm sorry about that. You can't see what my resources are: my gold, my wood, my stone, my iron, my workers, my power, my food. You can't see all that stuff because the camera's right there. But, whatever. So maybe that'll help you. Maybe that'll help you not worry about my economy. Because I worry about my economy in this game quite a bit. I spend a lot of time struggling. Iron is super important late game. Iron will tell you how many wasps you can build. I don't know why I'm overpronouncing wasp. It's probably because I don't want you to mishear me or for me to stutter and it sound like an other word. But I can't really in this moment imagine another word that wasp would sound like. So I don't know, but it's kind of become my Wheaton. So I'm popping down some farms, popping out the food. once again, when you, it's best that you build farms on green spaces, because if you try to build them on the dried mud, you won't get any food out of it, or very little food out of it. Um, Once again, when you get the ability to build the Crystal Palace, and I didn't, when it was time for me to get my first wonder, I didn't really know what to expect. So when I bought my first wonder, which is the Lightning Spire, I was all like, lightning, heck yeah! And I don't know what I was expecting out of it. But what I found out when I got my first one, which was the Lightning Spire, is that it gave plus 800 energy, which you need. You just need it. By the time I'm done, my whole base setup is power-wise is a Lightning Spire, like 4 power plants. So power plants have an upkeep of 10 wood. I think it's a day, because they're burning wood. Come on. And then whatever mills I built before I built my first power plant, which is usually anywhere from 3 to 4. So 3 to 4 mills, then the mills upgraded to advanced mills, and that's enough power to house all my shenanigans. But it's also pretty gosh darn necessary. Because I like to build executioners and shock towers. Shock towers are so essential for life. Shock towers, like 2 shock towers, one either build them along a same wall where their radius overlaps each other a little bit so they can cover each other's butts, or if you don't have enough wall space for 2 of them, side by side, like with some stuff in between, build one, and then build one to the left or to the right a little bit and just a little bit behind it. So here's the why. So shock towers fire and then they have to recharge. So if you have a crap ton of zombies coming through a bottleneck, a small area, your shock tower will fire and kill a bunch, which is great, but then it will be recharging. So then if you have a second one that's set back like 2 tiles, do like 2, don't just do 1. A second one set back 2 tiles, it will fire and kill a ton of zombies. And then there'll be a little bit of recharge time, and then the first one will fire again, kill a ton of zombies. And then there'll be a short lapse, and the second one will fire again. So basically their recharge times are overlapping just by like 2 seconds, basically. And that will allow them to continue to fire and clear tons of zombies. 1 shock tower, I don't know the number, but it kills, what it looks like it kills 20, 30 zombies, like at once. 1 fire. And if you have 2 of them doing that, you can handle a ton. I got to be getting close now. I got a ton of fishing villages because fishing villages pump out 30% more food on this map. When you get advanced farms are so good because it doubles the output of the farm. Yeah, so good. The Crystal Palace. So I was talking about wonders. The Crystal Palace is like a big greenhouse, and it's also a wonder. It's cheaper than you can get it quicker than you can get the Lightning Spire, and I probably should have done that, and I didn't. But my end game, you need both of them. I still really don't know what the statue does. There's a statue, and it says, "This unbreakable bunker." But I've got no evidence that it's a bunker. Because, like, if it was a bunker, you'd think you'd be able to put guys in it, and they'd be able to shoot out of it. And I didn't see evidence of that. I tried. It does raise morale, which I don't know about morale as a commodity or what it does. And I think it increases victory points, which, as I gather, victory points are used to... No, reputation points. Reputation points are used to increase the rarity of units that are drawn to your inn. So like if your reputation points are balling and you're just like rep out of control, then you might get titans that come to your inn that you can then spend money on and instantly have once you spend the money. So there's no build time for them. I did not buy a ton of units from that inn late game. Mid game, I did. I did use that because I could pump out either soldiers or snipers, which are so fundamentally important to every map. Especially when you start clearing villages of doom and hell villages. I got to be really close here because I only got 3 minutes left, and the last couple minutes of the video is me looking at the tech tree and me looking at the map to see where we're going to go next. Probably when the train rolls in and all of those light up is probably when we'll get it. See if I can get an indication. Train is in 12 hours. 11 hours. Which an hour is like 3 seconds. Yeah, let's try it. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. So it's about 4 seconds. But yeah, when the train rolls in, my guess is, and those fill up, is when I'm winning. This is a guess. You with the hat. Okay, not a zombie. We're good. That was me interrogating villagers to try to figure out if they were zombies. Because sometimes zombies walk weird, and sometimes that guy with the hat walks weird. Oh, looks, he's going home. I'm sad that I took the camera away from him. Hey, we won. All right, cool. Yeah, and I failed that one once. There was a good stretch in the middle where I didn't fail any of them ever, and I was so proud of myself. This is my Dark Souls. So far in my gaming career, this is my Dark Souls. I kind of wish I could show you all of my failures, but at the same time, it would be a waste of your time. So this is me looking at the tech tree. It's gigantic, but by the time we're done, I got most of everything. So I'm pretty happy about that. Advanced construction, stone walls, stone workshop, stone workshop. I don't know what I buy right now, but stone workshop. You need that warehouse. You have to build 3 warehouses. I think you can build the Crystal Palace after 2 warehouses, but you need 3 warehouses to build the Lightning Spire. You just need it. You need that much resource on hand. And they do help your nearby production buildings, but like only by 1. It says that it increases the production, but it only increases by 1. So it looks like I got logistics, mechanized storage. Well worth it because you need that stuff. You need it. Looks like I'm looking at the map. Only 31% done. We're going to get there, fam. We're going to get there. Looking at that swarm. It's only a level 2. It's only a level 2. You can take it. Oh, there's so much map yet to go. Only 31%. So much map yet to go. This was a good game. It is a good game. I really enjoyed playing it. That's it. So this is the end of Cape Storm. It's also my last voiceover video. Sorry that the video got all messed up, but I fixed my settings. And we here at the Dragon's Lair want to say thank you for spending your time here with us at the Dragon's Lair.